Saints. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Lance now on first down.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Built up by Patrick Queen.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Here we go. Mike, check 33. 33. Hey, pick your kill. Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. I want that.
Throwing after the interception. Lance. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick six on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
Hey, check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Back to the air on second down. It's Lance.
Completes it to Dixon. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
From the gun, it's Lance.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. after the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
And he's going to go down again.
Adafe Owe in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. Lance.
Throw left side complete. That's Dixon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. Allen off the play fake.
Swings this out for Hunt.
Touchdown! Kareem Hunt, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. That catch good for only a couple.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're going to try and throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Lance now on first down.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for Atlanta.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Goes right back to Smith again.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Devontae Smith.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A carry here for Hunt. A little juke. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted.
Picked off inside the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And Lance's throw there taken in by Smith.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing again on second down. Lance. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Just like that. Mike check 33. 33. Let's go, P. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Throwing now is Lance.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
A 33-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation.
Here's a quick throw out wide by Lance, complete.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
He's checking. Crash. Let's go one more. Mike check 33.
On second and goal, Lance. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Allen's throw taken in by Sutton.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
On second and 10, Allen. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
A final shot before half for Allen. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw into the hands of
And mark him down all the way inside the Atlanta 20. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Julian Okwara drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Lance.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Saints are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Round 80. Check 55. Watch the run. Watch the run. 55. Alert. Jim. 56.
Throwing now is Allen. Flushed out right.
And he'll go right back to Andrews.
Touchdown, Saints. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
It got his man complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Saints 24, Falcons 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Andrews.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Julian Okwara picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling, Charles, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Lance now on first down.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lance again.
And he comes back with one complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 9 overall. And the Falcons have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it in. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. To the air, Allen.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Julian Okwara able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Here comes the Saints punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Let's take it inside his own 40. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Right back to him on 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on third down and move it closer.
Now Lance.
Complete. Smith has it.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Lance going to sneak it.
And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
From the 31, Allen looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hunt.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. On play action, Allen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Tell you what, he's
He's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish him off.
A score that puts him in front here late, but you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll run with Hunt. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Allen. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Throwing is Allen. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And this is caught, and it's a 3-point game. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, and that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Saints are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play.